Throughout the galaxy, a legend is told. On a distant planet, a grim fortress stood. Until a deadly force parted the heavens and descended upon the keep. Though brought to ruin, the ashes of that place hold an artifact of impossible power. A gun that could kill the past. Over time, the fortress was rebuilt. And some who hear the legend would risk everything for another shot. To claim their prize and make what was done undone, they must. Enter the Gungeon. Welcome everybody to Enter the Gungeon. Okay, and let's go ahead and get right into it, everybody. Welcome again to Enter the Gungeon. Very happy to really start this series off, and I'm going to go ahead and start it off with, let's see how many likes we can get on the very first episode of Enter the Gungeon. I am very excited to bring this to you, and I will be uploading this a lot. I'm not going to say daily. I'm going to choose my words here. I'm going to say a lot. So let's do Space Pilot, dude. Yeah. So welcome to the breach. And I have actually found a way to have a save file for YouTube and a save file for Twitch, so we can all stay on the same page. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and go over the tutorial, because it's going to explain what this game is in a nutshell and, well, kind of explain what we're doing here. And outside the tutorial area, we've got the little fish. Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Here to change the past, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. I was like you once, came to change the past, and now I have no future. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. Before you go in, you'll probably want to talk with Manny. He's just through the door here. He'll give you the tour. So off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed temple? Alright, well, let's jump right into the tutorial here. And there's an unlock in here as well, so we need to do it at least once. Wayward soul, approach me and press E to speak. For it is I, Sir Manuel. Heed my words, and I shall show you how to survive this accursed labyrinth. Continue through the door to begin your tutelage. Onward to greatness! Try flipping these tables or kicking those barrels with the E button. Boom. You can use those in cover and gunfight. Yeah! Get angry! Excellent. Interacting pupil. Proceed to the next room. This is the most important lesson. You can dodge by pressing the right click and a direction. You are invulnerable to gunfire during the first half of the dodge roll, but vulnerable again when you hit the ground. This means you can dodge through bullets and other hazards. It requires precise timing. When you give the word, I'll open the barrier, use the dodge roll to reach the right side of the room without perishing. Wait until the last second, then press right click to begin the roll. Are you ready to begin the test? I'm ready. Go. All right, so this is the main mechanic of Enter the Gungeon, which is the fact that you can be completely immune 2 bullets if you end up doing a roll here. So that is how you're going to want to survive this place. Nice work. And additionally, you can use the dodge roll to jump over pits, other obstacles, and things like that. It's your way of living here, and I like it. That way you're not like, you know, trying to dodge by just manually dodging. It's not nuclear throne in that sense. The dodge roll is the first and best way to avoid dying in a gunfight. Sometimes, though, the number of bullets can be a bit overwhelming. For instance, there's no dodging through that, but there is a way to clear the path. These are called blanks. Using one will delete any enemy projectiles in a room and stop enemies from shooting for a short period. They will also push nearby enemies away. Great if you need a second to reposition. Pick them up by walking over them. Use them by pressing the Q button. Use a blank to clear the way of bullets and then quickly make it through the gap. So that is another method that you can use. Excellent. Blanks refill every floor, so use them when you need to. They can also be found throughout the Gungeon, but I wouldn't rely on that. Well, I didn't even have to say it. He said it for me. Thanks, Manuel. Appreciate it, dude. You've got the basics, scoundrel. I suppose you've earned a reward. A gun befitting your stature and experience. Go. Open it. Oh, baby's first gun. Use the mouse to aim and left click to fire. Reload with the R button, but first, you'll need something to shoot. One of the Gungeon's natural inhabitants. Cruel, savage, and bloodthirsty. Now, kill him! Cold-blooded. Truly you are ruthless. The next room will be real gunfights. Kill all the enemies in each room and the doors will open. I'll meet you a few rooms ahead. Now go! Alright. Perfect. Okay. Well, this shouldn't be too terrible. So this is the general basics of how exactly Enter the Gungeon is going to end up working here. You'll be going room by room, clearing out these enemies, and don't get your hopes up. They don't actually drop this much money. They're dropping this much because they know you're in the tutorial. You made it. You know how to dodge, roll, shoot, and use blanks, but there's more to learn. You'll need to know how to use items that don't exist in gun form. This medkit, for example, will replenish your health. Pick it up by approaching it and hitting the E button. You've got plenty of health right now, so don't use it yet. But when you think you need it, jam the spacebar button to use it. Okay, go on through. So we'll go ahead and use that. Why not? There we go. And now for the next mechanic. You see that thing on the other side? That's a teleporter. Whenever you find one, you can always return there, as long as you aren't in combat. To use it, first open up the map by holding the tab, then click on the teleporter symbol you wish to warp to. Got it? Or should I explain again? Nope, we got it. Good. Now use the teleporter to cross the gap. And there's an unlimited amount of uses for that. You can go back and forth as you please, and, well, yeah. Remember, you can warp to any teleporter on the map, not just ones in the same room, but they won't work if you are in combat. If you press the E while standing on that portal, you can use it to teleport back to where you were. I'll be waiting for you in a few rooms north of here. You should explore. Try and find a better gun before you challenge the boss. So if you go back into a teleporter here, you can see that, yeah, you just go right on back. All right. So now we've got a couple of things here. We need to go search for some, for a new gun, and there's also a secret in here, which I'll be explaining in just a minute. Try not to get hit in the tutorial. That's what we're gonna try and do here. Okay. There's a reason I gave you a blank in here. So now you all have something to yell at me for, because it wouldn't be a series on YouTube without having something to yell at me. You see this cracked wall? Also, this music is a bit loud. Sorry. Sorry about that. Anyway, you see that cracked wall there? With the power of blanks, we can open the way. There are no tinted rocks, but there are cracked walls. All right, we've got 2 items here. Old Knight's helmet and Old Knight's shield. Heavy with experience. All right, so we've got those unlocked. Let's go ahead and head to the right here. Usually when you see an X on the map, that usually means that you're going to find some kind of chest on the other side if you can find a way around it. And those usually always indicate a one-way door, so. Or have to open it from the other side, rather. So now we've got a good old AK-47, except no substitutes. Use control to switch guns. If you have 2 or more guns, hold control to slow time and pick the one you want. There we go. So we can slow down time here to swap our guns with ease, which is nice. And now I think we can go take on the good old boss. And we've got the good old boss door here. Speak with me when you are ready for your final challenge. Are you ready to put all that you have learned to the test? Then, face me in single combat. Let's begin. That's all you got? Oh, that's all you got. All right. Ceasefire! Ceasefire! You found my shield, which means you know my terrible secrets. It's true. I never conquered the Gungeon. I'm no longer sure if this even is the Gungeon. How humiliating. It's all that bastard's fault. That snake, Blockner. We were supposed to be partners, but shortly after we arrived, I was shot in the back. When I awoke, I was trapped in some kind of chest. I called out for help, but no one came. I'm sure it was him who shot me. I think he wanted the gun for himself, but he must have not made it. Well, I know he didn't make it because if Blockner had changed the past, he would have never come to the Gungeon, and neither would have I. But I'm still here, so he must have left. Or maybe he's still stuck in the Gungeon too. It would serve that bastard right. If you find him, tell him Manny says hi, if you know what I mean. Gotcha, dude. Anyway, I've got nothing left to teach you. Good luck with the Gungeon and your past. And that is the beginning, my friends, to enter the Gungeon. That is the beginning to enter the Gungeon here. There's not really much left to it. Let's see if I can talk to him again. Oh, have you seen that misguided spirit, Sir Manuel? He's stuck in those halls. Lost? Sad, really. Oh, yeah, he's just got the same things to say. So that is the beginning to enter the Gungeon. And we're actually going to stop it here. Because on the next episode, we are going to be jumping into the actual Gungeon. There will be another video coming within 1 hour. It'll be 3 videos today. That's a lot of YouTube stuff. So in 1 hour from this video going live, we will have the first full run of Enter the Gungeon. I want to thank you all for watching. Like I said, I would like to see the support for this series, and I will try and keep it as up to date as possible. Check the description in below for a playlist. I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. I wanted to make this a separate video because I didn't want to have to explain the basics of Enter the Gungeon every time. So now you understand the basics and all that good stuff. There will be a separate file for YouTube and Twitch, so if you want to watch me on live stream, you can find me at twitch.tv/AdmiralBalru. By the time this video is actually live, I will be live streaming it myself. And if you just want to keep up to date with the YouTube series, just check back every day. There will be videos every single day. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you all in the next one in Enter the Gungeon.